James Tucker here with Phoenix Home Services. Today we're going to be talking about window installation. Now you guys might have problems with high energy bills, condensation building up like you see here. That condensation can then fall into the house, sitting on the seal as you see, cause some black mold, not a good thing. We got some old wood windows here with some storm windows on the outside, aluminum. These don't function properly, so we're going to help this homeowner out. As you see there, this is a major project here. All aluminum casing on the outside for the storm windows. They can't ventilate the house, and they're looking to get some new products put in. So you see here on the inside, this particular window is actually steel on the inside, aluminum storm on the outside, so they can't get any ventilation in the kitchen here. And what I heard from the husband, sometimes the wife, when she's cooking, we get some smoke in there, and we got to ventilate it, so we're going to try to help them out. Now the other windows in the house, they're actually a wood frame with an aluminum storm, so it's a little different. But as you see here, our apprentice, who's been with us for a few years now, he's really learning the ropes, really come along. He's making some cuts there to get this steel window out of the kitchen. Now right here is our actual foreman, true craftsman in the trade. He's been installing products, window products, for about 17 years now. He's been with Phoenix Home Services 10 years plus, and this guy really knows what he's doing. So we're going to let him work here. They got the old saws all out. They first got to cut this window frame out so they can get in there and get to the actual guts that's connect there to the brick molding. Now we'll just let these guys work, let them make their cuts. This is not an easy job, folks. I don't know if you've ever ran one of those tools and tried to cut some solid steel, but it's not for the faint of heart. So we got the foreman there watching on with his glove. Oh, looks like they got the cut there. Going to maneuver this a little bit, wiggle it up and down, and boom, before you know it, it's out. Now you see they're prying away on the frames there, trying not to damage any of the interior molding. Oh, wait, there's a problem. Oh, no big deal. So they're going to go forward here and keep removing this. Now one thing we're really cautious about is debris in the house. You see there's cover over everything, drop cloth. We're sweeping up, making sure we get rid of all the debris before we set this nice new French casement window up in the frame there. Now these windows we're installing here, yep, there's the frame all opened out, cleaned up, ready to go. There's the window. That's a soft-lite window. Soft-lite's a great company. Energy efficient, qualifies for the tax credit, debt-free company. It's my window of choice. Now you see some debris. These are the old wood windows there on the ground. Aluminum storm windows. All that debris, of course, is removed. There won't be a speck on the ground. And then there's that French casement ready to go in. Now the foreman's watching over. We got the apprentice there setting the window up into the hole. Oh, there it goes. Wow, look at that fit. Now these are precisionally measured to the 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch. You buy a window at Home Depot, they measure those to the whole inch, so there's going to be a big gap around the whole edge. We fit these windows as precise as possible. And then, whatever space is left over at the end of the day, we basically stuff some insulation in there. Now, we go with the high quality Owens Corning, Pink Panther. Can never go wrong with the Pink Panther. We got some R30 right there. Warmest insulation you can get, 16 inches thick. Now he's going to pack it up around the frame there. Make sure we get a proper seal the whole way around. The foreman's checking it out, making sure it's okay. All the insulation's on the outside. Now what they do is they put some tension screws across the top, about 2 on each side of that casement. They'll put 3 up the edges. We can't put any in the bottom because we want the seal to remain structurally intact so no water can get in, of course. Now this guy, he's just amazing. I mean, look at this. Luckily, those paper towels were there, provided by the homeowner. Thank you very much. Usually we bring our own, but we left them in the warehouse. That little tiny speck there. Human eye would never see that. But this guy, he takes it to the next level, and then all that caulking is going to be put around the edge where you see that gap there. Now, this is the final product. Man, look at that bead of caulk. That French casement looks gorgeous up in there. The homeowner is ecstatic with this product. There's the front of the house. Not really a bay, but it's set up kind of like a bay. There's the other interior window showing the caulking there and how it fits behind that trim. That's that first window that you saw with the moisture and everything on it. We took care of that. And there's the final product. Looking good. Now this right here is a specialty item. We actually had to have one of our masonry guys come in and do this. It's in the basement area. It's a glass block fit into the masonry bricks for security reasons, since it's ground level. We put a vent in there. Here's a good shot of the vent opened up. Get some ventilation in the basement. And here's a photo from the outside. Man, that looks good. Very secure. Homeowner's very happy with that. Paid a little extra, brought our masonry guy out, but at the end of the day, you can never go wrong with some glass block. So you see, again here, we're putting some of that R30 Pink Panther Owens Corning insulation in there, making sure that we don't have any drafts. And there's the final product before we put the capping on. Now, this front window here, we're going to demonstrate how this capping's done. There's our craftsman, 17 years experience. He's getting the brake set up. Basically, he's going to cut a... Oh, wait. Looks like they're communicating. Oh, see, they got to make sure that they get the measurements right. Wants his apprentice there to put in the proper amount of insulation before they put the capping on top. Now, folks, this is where the true art comes in. Even I could put a window in the wall, but there's no way I could ever do this capping that these guys do. This is where it gets impressive. Now, he gets his little pieces there. Looks like they're about 5-inch pieces. Now, most companies out there in the world, they do what's called a box bend. Box bend, you know, it covers up the historical integrity of the house. It takes the brick molding on the outside and makes it look square, but we take this trusty tool here, run it down, put a nice little bend in it so it mimics the brick molding on the outside of the house, which is all the wood we're going to cap up so you never have to paint it again. Makes the project 100% maintenance free. Now, he's putting a triple bend in there, as you see. There's going to be a picture here when he pulls it off the brake. Really nice bends this guy does. Many years experience. Koreans are known for their trim work and their bends, and I mean, you just can't get any better than that. Wow. So now we got the apprentice here. He's basically taking some measurements, fine-tuning the coil there. Now this is an aluminum coil with basically a PVC affixed to the outside. Now PVC is great. Doesn't fade, doesn't chip, doesn't peel like paint. Stand up to the test of time as long as this window's in the house. Now what he's doing, he's making real precise little cuts down to about the 1/16 of the inch, making sure that we get a proper fit there so there can be no drafts, no water, preventing any dangerous black mold from entering the house. I don't know if you've ever eaten black mold, but that stuff, it's not too tasty. You want to watch out for that. So he's making some final cuts here. Most people would just make a cut and slap it up in there, but this guy, he'll take the extra minute to make sure it's right. That's what you get when you deal with Phoenix Home Services. You get that little bit extra. Look at that fit. Now he's going through, hides little finishing nails in the corner where you can't see them. They'll actually cover that up with a bead of caulk. Now we use a special kind of caulk that you'll see here in a minute. It's called a quad polymer. Most companies use the real cheap acrylic caulk that breaks down after a year or two, starts chipping, peeling, cracking away. This stuff right there, man, that's meant to last a lifetime. So he's going to put some beautiful beads basically on every seam, all the way around the brick there. Yeah, then he'll run a bead against the actual window frame itself. Make sure we get the proper seal. Now all the colors here match. Now we're dealing with just a normal white color. That's what the trim on the house is. Now we actually have a master coil that we can match to any color of trim that you have on the house if you maybe have something a little different than the standard white. I believe there's about 500 different color options, so we can match any of your favorite paint. Now here's the final product. You'll see we got the triple bends, architectural bends there, quad polymer sealing it tight to the brick molding. Looks good. All the way up the edge, all the way around to the top. Got a nice clean seal. This window will stand up to the test time. Look at that 45 they put in there. Very impressive. So this customer now is going to save about 30 to 40% on their energy bills. You see the final steel picture there. Looks good. Now guys, this is Phoenix Home Services. Check out our website. It's virginiasidingandwindows.com, phoenixmason.com. Give us a call and we'll take care of you. Thank you for your time.